have been working on integrated reporting for about 5 years. I started working on it at the World Bank, and at the World Bank we were looking at how to merge sustainability and financial reporting to model that for private sector clients, and because we wanted the people we lended money to be able to do it, and to sort of demonstrate that they weren't just making money, but that they were actually managing the multiple impacts of what they did. I subsequently wound up at Novo Nordisk. So at Novo Nordisk we've been doing integrated reporting. We're now working on our 7th integrated report. And the first thing I say about integrated reporting is that it is not sustainability reporting stapled together with financial reporting. That it's about something new. So it's not about putting the two existing reports together. It's about looking at how the different aspects of performance work dynamically. And I think that's so important because I think capitalism is one of the greatest forces for good in the world, but its future needs to be slightly different than its recent past. And I think that changes in reporting can help make that happen. It can help make business more respected in the world again, and can help restore capitalism to being a more positive force for good. In terms of what are the biggest challenges for integrated reporting, I have to say, as someone who is an integrated reporter and has basically worked at integrated reporting full-time for the past 5 years, I would say, in the world today there are a lot of different tribes of people who have very ingrained interests, and actually we probably get the most resistance to integrated reporting actually from the sustainability community, because there's huge resistance to giving up having their own document with the word sustainability on the cover. The idea of that companies need to pay homage to the idea of sustainability, and not, there's just a lack of comfort with merging sustainability into your core strategy. I think my company, there's trust in our ability to do that because we've been doing it for a long time and we've built up confidence with various stakeholders. But I think generally, broadly, that's an enormous barrier to actually making integrated reporting accepted on a broader basis. In terms of what's the time frame for integrated reporting happening, I think it already is happening because I do pretty much nothing else. So I think it's what I say, even though we've been doing it for 7 years, is that there's still a very long road ahead, and for us it's very clear where that should go. Specifically, at the moment, we're in the process of integrating our quarterly earnings releases and stock exchange announcements, because if something is material and it's important and it tells you something important about how our company is managed and our performance, then we feel that we need to be signaling progress and that we're managing these things appropriately on an ongoing basis and not just on an annual basis. And that has huge repercussions in terms of the IT systems, in terms of personnel. And so there's actually a materiality filter in there in terms of what is it that's so important and critical to our business that we will invest the money and the resources to actually have incredibly robust data on a quarterly basis. And so that actually is part of the process of as integrated reporting becomes more robust and more timely, it also, I think, has to become narrower and more focused. And I think that's sort of where we see the future of integrated reporting going. We also see convergence in just lots of fronts. We see internally we are doing all sorts of work in terms of convergence of our internal management system, so that there is a management dashboard that is showing not just monthly sales, but actually shows all the appropriate aspects of the business to make sure that management really has the right data to tell whether all dimensions of performance are being properly managed and on target on an ongoing basis. So I think once you start integrating an annual report is just the tip of the iceberg, and then it's sort of integrating the entire system of managing the company, because the annual report is sort of the external expression of how the company is managed. But once you start integrating one piece of it, you realize actually there's all these different things that work together, and they all have to be changed, which is a long process and can take many years.